Hi, this is JP from Now the Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to another Arkham Horror LCG campaign playthrough, and this time we are continuing our run through the Drowned City with Agatha Crane's Seeker version. Last time we did the Western Wall and got only one experience, so I didn't make any upgrades to my deck. Instead I banked the 1 XP, so hopefully we can get some more experience from this scenario, which is the Drowned Quarter, and this is the third scenario when going from the western route. So without further delay, let's read the interlude or the introduction. So the Drowned Quarter. The sound of crackling electricity greets you as you enter the undersea dome. Flooded trenches and crumbling ruins cover the round plaza on the sea floor. Try as you might, your eyes keep drifting to the ocean beyond the alien barrier. A bloom of jellyfish floats dreamily through the tenderest depths. If the energy field were to disappear for any reason, the expedition would surely be swept away. Check your campaign log. If the expedition headed west, proceed to Drowned Quarter 2. I think this is the source, and it points to the round structure in the center of the plaza. Bolts of electricity lick the shimmering bubble above. The structure is the source of the glow and presumably the energy field protecting these ruins from the ocean water. Inside you find a spinning orrery, a complex mechanism of hovering spheres and swirling gears that stir a constant electric current. Locked at its core is an incandescent orb. Andy fidgets nervously. It's powering the machine. I don't know what'll happen if we take it out, but it looks like something Mr. Tillinghast would want. Before you can object, he sets to operating the ancient controls. There may be a way to remove the orb without drowning. If an investigator has the no place like home task, they resolve their respective story on the following page. We have the walk in faith, so we skip to setup, which we have already done. So I'll set this aside and we are ready to basically begin. Before we do that, just a reminder, walk in faith. If after an Elder Sign token is revealed at any location, place one sign on Walk in Faith. And fourth, when the game ends, if there are more than one per investigator signs on Walk in Faith in your campaign log, mark one progress under the task. And last time we managed to get one tally mark on that, so that's good. So hopefully we can continue that trend in this playthrough. Then we'll read the agenda and act cards. The sunken ruins. Chunks of Rule's foundation continue to fall, threatening the seafloor dome. Fourth, when your turn begins, if you are at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. When your turn ends, if you did not enter an unflooded or partially flooded location or decrease the flood level of your current location, take 5 direct damage, and the doom threshold is 7. Reactivate the core. You can't open the barrier core until the undersea dome is at least partially drained. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it. Fast triggered ability. Spend 1 clue. As a group, decrease your location's flood level. Objective at the end of the round, if each surviving investigator is at barrier core active, you may advance. Hint, reactivate the barrier core by revealing and draining locations. So what we need to do, these locations are not flooded, but each of these seafloor locations reads forced when you enter seafloor. Increase the flood level of this location and an adjacent eligible location. And the barrier core inactive side is a forced rod location with 1 clue forced. If 6 or more seafloor locations are revealed and not flooded, flip barrier core. An action, decrease the flood level of barrier core and choose an adjacent eligible location. Increase the flood level of the chosen location. Then place 3 clues on it. Group limit once per round. And that is basically everything we need to go through before we start, so without further delay, let's get started. Okay, and we are ready to begin, so let's draw our opening hand first. Oh, and for the gear that we could pick, I picked the diving suit because the flood tokens are in play, and it is extra damage soak onto Agatha, so that's good. So we got shortcut, working a hunch, that we need to redraw, perception, grim memoir, and uncanny specimen. So I think I'll try to fish out some way to fight, maybe. So I'm taking a risk and ditching those two, drawing 2 more cards, and we get the Breath of the Sleeper and correlate all its contents. So now we have a way to fight. There are a bunch of enemies in the encounter deck in this scenario, so that's a good guarantee that we have an ability to deal with those, at least in some level. No allies, but that is just the way the cookie crumbles. So we'll give a quick shuffle to our deck and start the first round. So immediately I'm going to play Breath of the Sleeper for my first action, and let's put some charges on it. And second action, the shroud here is 4, so I could give it a try. So let's look at the tokens we have. So X is half the number of reveal locations, so it is still a 0. And cultist is -2 if you fail and your location is fully flooded, take 1 damage. And tablet is -4 if you fail, place 1 of your clues on your location. And the elder thing is -3, -5 instead if your location is not flooded. Okay, so I think I'll do a risky move here, and well, not that risky, but I will try to investigate immediately here. So I'm playing the perception, or committing perception, so I'm 6 versus 4. So we try to get this clue immediately here. And the first token is a +1, so we're good, we get this clue. Last action, I will move, let's go this way. So we find Abyssal Trench, X shroud, 1 clue, seafloor, X is equal to half the number of revealed seafloor locations rounded down. After you successfully fight or evade an enemy at Abyssal Trench, this decreases its flood level, group limit once per game. And it has 1 clue, and when you enter seafloor, increase the flood level of this location and an adjacent eligible location. So I will increase each location, and let's just add a token here. So we forgot to draw a card. We get Crack the Case, and actually I could play the Crack the Case, so we get 4 resources. So yeah, a bit of a backseat there, but yeah, I need to take all the straws I can grasp here. So I will be fast action using the clue to decrease the floor level here. And now we are 1/6 of the way there. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. No, we still need to do the upkeep. So we draw fieldwork and we gain a resource. So now that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We start by adding a Doom. Encounter card is, and immediately we get a persistent construct. This is a 2/2 health and 2 evade construct. Hunter, prey nearest investigator with an artifact asset. Forced when you defeat this enemy, spawn each other persistent construct in the victory display exhausted at your location. It has a victory 0, so that engages us. So, okay, so we probably need to try and defeat this enemy before we do anything else. That's more easy said than done. So I think I'm trying to go and play it safe. So I'm just going to fight with the breadth of the sleeper, not using any of the charges, but we are fighting 4 versus 2. So first action, another +1, we deal 1 damage. We'll just fight again, 4 versus 2. I guarantee there are other tokens in the bag, but it is another +1. So we defeat this, it goes into the victory display, which is over here. And last action, I think we'll just try to investigate. So X is equal to half of the number of revealed seafloor locations rounded down. So I think, yeah, this is a seafloor location, so it is a minus, it is a 1. So we're investigating 4 versus 1. Zero, we'll grab this clue. And that is our turn. No enemies in play, we'll go to upkeep, we draw, read the signs, and we gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add another Doom. Encounter card for this round is Corrosive Fog. Test Book or Fist 4. If you fail, take 1 damage. If you fail by 3 or more, instead deal 1 direct damage to your investigator and each ally and item asset you control with health. So we are testing 4 versus 4. Just thinking, do I want to use the correlate all its contents to this one? I think not. We'll just probably take the 1 damage by failing if we don't hit 0 or better. So we are testing 4 versus 4 book on this. It is a skull. So skull is half the number of revealed locations rounded down. So it is now -1, so we fail, we take 1 damage and it has to go onto the diving suit. And that is that. Okay, well, that wasn't that bad. But next I think we will move over here. No, first action. We'll play Fieldwork. Second action, we will move here. So we increase this and this. And it is Coral Reef. It is a 4-shroud location with 3 clues. And double action, draw 2 cards and gain 2 resources and spawn the set aside undersea parasite enemy at this location. Group limit once per game. So the parasite is 5 fight, 1 health, 5 evade, aloof retaliate, forced after undersea parasite attacks you, flip this card and resolve its text. And when forced when undersea parasite would leave play, flip this card and resolve its text. So we might possibly do that, but first thing I'll do is a fast ability to use 1 clue to reduce the flood level here. Last action, we will play Read the Signs. So we are 8 versus 4. -4, so we just barely succeed, and we'll put this here because it is a spell, so we can reoccur it if we cancel or do some token manipulation. But we get 2 clues, and I'm immediately using 1 to get rid of 1 more flawed level here. Oh yeah, and we had the field work, so we had actually +2 for this test, but I forgot it, and it doesn't really matter. Okay, so no enemies. We'll go to upkeep. We draw working a hunch, and we gain a resource. And that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add another doom, 3 of 7. Encounter card is Crumbling Masonry. Test Agility X, where X is your location's printed shroud. If you fail, take 2 damage. Okay, well... So we are testing 3 versus 4, and we don't have that many ways to boost our agility here. So I'm actually going to do this, that I'll fast play Uncanny Specimen. I will just test 3 versus 4. -1, we fail. We'll take 2 damage. Yeah, we are not going to try that again. So we'll take 2 damage. 1 goes on me, 1 goes on the diving suit. So it is 1 from going or breaking. That's not good. First action, we will... Actually, I will play working a hunch fast here. Just to grab this clue. Double action, we will spawn the... we'll draw 2 cards. Mouse Mask and Olive McBride, and we gain 2 resources. And we will spawn this, and it is aloof, so we don't need to now do anything to it. And last action, I think I'm going to set up here and just wait for a turn. So we'll play the Mouse Mask and get a couple of tokens on it. And that is our turn. No enemy actions. We'll go to upkeep. We draw another working a hunch, and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a do. Encounter card for this round is another persistent construct, which will be annoying for sure. Okay, well, we need to figure out how to deal with that, because now that if we defeat that, that will spawn from the victory display. So maybe we'll just try to evade this enemy. So I will try to evade 3 versus 2, 0, we will evade. Okay, and I will engage the undersea parasite, and I will fight it using Breath of the Sleeper, and using one from my mouse mask. So we are six versus 5. And yeah, I think I will commit this to be up by 2. So I'm not playing that, I'm just committing it. So we are up by 2, a +1, so we managed to defeat that. So we will resolve the text on the other side. If this card flipped because undersea parasite attacked, you read the following. Otherwise, after crushing the loathsome creature's carapace, you catch a glimpse of something, an alien symbol. You discover a glyph. In your Canva log, record some on the glyph record. This glyph has been translated. Add this card to the victory display. Okay, and that is our turn. No enemy actions will go to upkeep. We will draw another Ollie McBride and gain a resource. This ready is in the upkeep and engages us. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add another do. 5 of 7. Encounter card is Undersea Hunt. Test Agility 3. This test gets +2 difficulty if your location is fully flooded. If you fail, take 1 damage and increase the flood level of the nearest eligible location. So this we really would not want to fail. But we don't have anything to commit to this test, so we are just testing 3 versus 3 here. Elder Sign. I will take it as a +2 and we will get a token here. So that's awesome. Basically that saves us 1 clue, so we don't have to drain this location again. So now we will try to evade. Yeah, again, we don't have anything to boost this evade with, so we are 3 versus 2. It is a -3. We'll try again. So 3 versus 2. -2, we fail. Do I just want to try and defeat it by fighting with Breath of the Sleeper? No. Okay, we will try to evade it. This is not optimal, but it is what it is. So it is a 0, so we evade, but we basically lost the turn there, so nothing else happens. We'll go to upkeep, we draw Glimpse of the Void, and we gain a resource, and that engages us again, and that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom, so 6 of 7. Encounter card is Corrosive Fog. So again, test at in book or fist 4. If you fail, take 1 damage. If you fail by 3 or more, instead all items and allies take 1 damage. So I'm using the mouse mask here. So 6 versus 4. And now, the first time you reveal 1 or more Chaos Tokens during each skill test, you must reveal 1 additional Chaos Token and resolve its effects. Okay. So we fail. And we failed by a lot, so the diving suit is gone. It goes into our discard. And we take 1 damage also, so that sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, we will try to... no, we'll get rid of this. So action, shuffle this into your deck. We'll take 1 damage from a persistent construct. We don't really have a way to effectively deal with 2 chaos tokens for the evade test, which sucks. So hopefully we can do it now. So we'll try to evade. And it is a skull, so half the number of reveal location rounded down, so -1, so we just managed to evade. And I will be moving here. We'll increase this and this. And it is Abyssal Trench, so X is equal to half the number of revealed seafloor locations rounded down. After you successfully fight or evade an enemy at Abyssal Trench, decrease the floor level. So we will first play Working a Hunch to get this clue, and we'll spend 2 clues here to get rid of this flood token. And we revealed a new location, so we'll flip 1 mouse mask over. And that is our turn. No enemy actions will go to upkeep. This guy readies. We draw another mouse mask and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. Okay, so we are halfway done with revealing enough locations to flip this. But now the agenda advances. So let's see. Seafloor Leviathan, giant aquatic medusoid. 2 fight, 4 health, 2 evade, monster abomination elite, massive patrol, nearest unflooded or partially flooded location, spawn barrier core. Seafloor Leviathan gets +3 health, so it has 7 health. Forced when the enemy phase begins. If this enemy is ready, increase the floor level of its location. So that is a bummer. We basically need to go and try to defeat it so that it won't increase the flood levels again. So let's see. Okay, so we have 4 of the 6, because I always forget to count the barrier core. That is also a seafloor location. So we still need to resolve an encounter card, and it is Dreaming Migration Revelation. If there are no enemies in play, Dreaming Migration gains surge, otherwise test willpower 3. If you fail, you must choose one. The nearest enemy moves to your location and makes an immediate attack, or draw the topmost enemy in the encounter discard. So I am using the mouse mask to try to pass this. So we are 6 versus 3, 7 versus 3. It is -1, so we pass and no more enemies come slowing us down. Okay, well, I think I'll try to set up and go defeat that in some way. So I will be playing Ollie McBride. I will move to this enemy's location. It is massive. And last action, we will try to deal it damage as much as possible. So we are using 3 tokens from that, and I'm using Olive McBride for this test. So I will reveal 3 tokens, and for the first token I will reveal 2 additional tokens for Olive McBride. So okay, and we will do this. So I will be picking so this we can ignore, and we will, yeah, so it is a -1, but we don't get the extra damage, which sucks. But we deal 1 damage to it. And that is our turn. Enemy phase, this enemy hunts over here. We'll draw, no, this enemy hits us for 1 damage and 1 horror. So Olive takes the horror, we'll take the damage. That sucks. And that is our turn. So we'll draw confidence and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a doom. Encounter card for this round. Oh yeah, we forgot to read what is the next agenda. Collapsing dome. The domes won't hold up much longer against the barrage of falling rocks, and the same text about the ending your turn at a fully flooded location. 7 doom threshold. Okay, so the encounter card is another persistent construct. This is getting out of hand, but we really can't do anything about it. So first action, we will fight, and I'm using Olive again and 3 from here, and we are fighting the Seafloor Leviathan, and so first token, second token, last token, and this is the Olive line. Okay, well, no extra damage again, but we will pick this one. Okay, so so we ignored this token, and the one of the chosen tokens is this, so I'm reading it as it will count. So we deal 3 damage. Then we will fight again using Breath of the Sleeper. And I'm committing no, I'm not. And I'm actually putting tokens back, because now I remember that I should have been revealing 4 tokens, not 3. So now, so I basically saved 2 tokens, because there are extra tokens for each which I reveal. So now I'm revealing 4. So hopefully we can ignore at least 1. Do I still want to? So if I add the confidence for each additional chaos token revealed during this skill test, even if it was cancelled or ignore confidence gains. Yeah, I'm not sure if I need that. We are fighting. No, yeah, we are committing it because we are fighting 4 versus 2 here. So we need to see what we get. Okay, great. So we are ignoring these, and we have -1 and -1. So we defeat this enemy. It goes into the victory display. Last action. Yeah, well, we will try to evade this. No, we'll try to defeat it. So the confidence was used. Okay. Yeah, we'll try to defeat it. Well, we could die here. But yeah, it is what it is. Not going that well. So we are revealing 3 tokens and hopefully we can get something. So I'm actually going to cancel this and return it to the bag. We draw a card. So we only deal 1 damage, which isn't enough. So we are dead. Because this enemy hunts over here. They both hit. Yeah, I have Olive, so I'll take 1 here. Olive is defeated. But we are still alive. So that is that round. We'll go to upkeep. Spectral Razor, that could save us, and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add another Doom. Encounter card for this round is put the Eye of the Deep. Put Eye of the Deep into play in your threat area. Limit 1 per investigator. Treat each cultist and tablet token you reveal during a skill test as if it were an Elder Thing token instead. Action test willpower 3. If you succeed, discard Eyes of the Deep. Okay, well that sucks. But yeah, we have 1 health remaining, so first we will Spectral Razor this. We are hitting 5 versus 2. I will use Uncanny Specimen, cancel this, draw again. -2, we defeat this one. This goes into the victory display. This spawns here exhausted. We will try to evade this one. Zero, we succeed, so we barely get out of here alive. So I will just move as my last action here. Okay, so we increase this and this. And I will, let's see what this reads. So 2 Shroud, 1 Clue, forced after you end your turn at Blasted Ruins, increase its flood level. And faster ability, investigators at Blasted Ruins discard a total of 1 card from hand as a group, decrease the flood level of this location or an adjacent location, group limit once. Okay, let's see. So we end our turn here, so this floor level increases. And Yeah. So we can actually play this at the end of our round or our turn to get this clue, because we cancelled a token, which we can use to decrease this floor level by 1. And that is our turn. No enemy actions will go to upkeep this ready. We draw a card, uncanny specimen, and we gain a resource. So this is actually removed from the game. So I'll put it here, which we have already used. And that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a doom. We are not far from getting the 6. Encounter card is Cunning Mimicry. If there are no monster enemies in play, Cunning Mimicry can search. These are not monsters, so this searches. Crumbling Masonry. This might kill us. Do we have anything? No. So we are just testing 3 versus 2. If we fail, it is game over. We actually have one here, but it doesn't help us for the agility. Oh yeah, we have revealed 2, so Elder Thing tokens, so we have 2 tokens here. But yeah, fast action, I will play this. It is a skull. We are failing with that, so I will discard this, return it to the back, draw again. 0. We live to fight another day, and we draw a card because we succeeded in the test, so we get another Spectral Razor. Okay, let's see. So, action. Investigators at Blasted Ruins discard a total of 1 card from hand. As a group, decrease the floor level of this location or an adjacent location. And group limit once per round. So I will do the action and discard. I'm not seeing we need that anymore. Then we will move here and X is equal to half the number of revealed seafloor locations rounded down. After you successfully fight or evade an enemy at Abyssal Trench, decrease its floor level. Okay, so we can't increase that, but we have to increase the adjacent one, so we'll do it here. And there's one clue here. Last action, I will take a resource, and we cancel the token, so I am going to play Working a Hunch at the end of my round to grab this clue, spend it to decrease this by 1. And yeah, enemy phase. These enemies hunt over here, because I think I'll try to run here to get some more clues, possibly to get these unflooded. And that is the enemy phase. We'll go to upkeep, withdraw, shortcut and gain a resource. Shortcut is really good now. And that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a doom, 4 of 7. We are running out of time. Encounter card is Medusa. Aloof. Patrol nearest unflooded or partially flooded location. Forced when the enemy phase begins. If the Medusa is ready, increase the flood level of its location. If you cannot, place 1 doom on Medusa. So this is aloof here, but we need to defeat it. So I will take a resource. I will play Spectral Razor to engage and hit it. And I'm committing. We are fighting 4 versus 3, so I will have to go. I'll discard these 2, so I will go No, I don't need to do that. We actually have 2 tokens here now, so I can use the mouse mask. Actually, I can't use the mouse mask because we just add our willpower to the test. So I'm testing 5 versus 3 here, and I can't boost it in any way. -1, that's enough. So yeah, these should all be here. So we defeat this enemy. And we defeated an enemy here, or fought successfully, so we decreased the shroud flood level, which is really good. Last action, we'll move, before we do anything else, we'll use the shortcuts to move here, and last action we'll move over here. And we have to increase the floor level of these 2 locations. So, Drowned Acropolis, 3 shroud, 2 clues forced at the end of your turn. At Drowned Acropolis, you must either increase the floor level of an adjacent location or take 1 damage. Yeah, we are increasing this one. And enemy phase, well, this hunt here. We'll ready draw a deduction, that's really good, and gain a resource. And we actually played the Spectral Razor, so we lost 2 resources there earlier. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. Encounter card is, please, no enemy or damage. Another Eye of the Deep, so limit 1 per investigator, so it whiffs. And there is no search effect, so that's awesome. We will investigate, and I will use deduction here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to basically remove, get those clues and get to the barrier core. -2. We are 6, 7 versus 3, so we succeed. And we grab both of these clues. I will immediately use 1 to reduce the flood level here. And we'll move and move. We'll go this way, so we don't reveal any more locations. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if 6 or more seafloor locations are revealed and not flooded, flip barrier core. So this actually flipped earlier, and we messed up. So okay, I forgot I need clues there, so I'm actually going this way. So we flip this and we'll add a float token here. And there are 3 shroud, 3 clues. Action: choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. Put the set aside obsidian relic asset into play under your control. Limit 1 per game. Okay, so we need 1 clue from here. So first action, investigate, move. Second action, last action, investigate again. And I'm using the heal perk for this one. And I might as well... No, I'm not using any more clues here. We are using mouse mask tool. -2, we succeed. We get 1 clue. And that is our turn. Enemy phase, these enemies hunt over here. Upkeep. We draw, correlate all its contents, and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. Oh yeah, this still should be flipped over. And we get an encounter card, which is Deadly Torrent. If your location is unflooded, Deadly Torrent can search. Otherwise, you must choose test agility 4 to swim to safety. If you succeed, move to a connecting location. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror or ouch, this could kill us. Or fist. Okay. So we don't have any way to boost our agility, I think. Okay. We could spend the clues here so that searches, but no, we are already in the testing phase, so we can't search it anymore. So that sucks if we fail. Okay, well, it is what it is. So yeah, 3 versus 4. -2, we fail. That's a shame. So we take so move to a connecting location. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror. So we take 1 damage and 1 horror, and the damage defeats us, which sucks. So that's a shame. That's a really shame, because we could have, if we had gotten like this Medusa, we could just leave it there. But yeah, that was really unlucky there. Oh yeah, and okay, so if we would have succeeded in that, we could have moved over here as a free action, basically, then just advance or do this, get the node story, barrier node story asset, and then advance. But now we got defeated, so we get this bad resolution for this. But that is Arkham Horror for you, in true solo especially. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. On the other side of the dome entrance, you look through the gossamer barrier to the ocean floor. The ocean reclaims the alien dome in mere seconds. It is a minor miracle that you weren't swept away. Your failure has distracted you from your goals. Each investigator must erase 1 progress under their task if able. And we skip to resolution 3. The energy field protecting the tunnel back to the city continues to hold strong. The jagged foundation of Relay continue to break off in pieces as the city rises. It is time to move on. In your campaign log, cross out the drowned quarter on Relay map. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. Check your campaign log. If the expedition headed west, proceed to the apiary. Page 19. So next time we are playing the apiary. So I'll just basically not mark this progress to my task. So that is that. And we gained 1, 2, 3, 4 experience from this and translated 1 glyph. So not a complete loss. And now I have some experience on my investigator to make some adjustments to my deck before the next scenario. So that was the drowned quarter, and we are heading to the 4th scenario, the apiary, next time. So hope you guys like this playthrough. Thanks for watching, and until next time.